Morning guys, Sunday morning. We got some rain last night, kind of happy about that. Got a lot done yesterday, as you've seen hopefully maybe you caught my update. Today I'm kind of doing some diagnosis here and trying to see what I want to do with this passenger side, because we're moving over here now because I'm considering that side done until I start doing the body work. So check this out. This is of course the passenger side, and my problem though, as you can see here, I got a little rust up here. The bottom of this toe kick on the inside is rotted, which is not a big deal. I got a whole new toe kick piece. I got a whole new floorboard. Of course, the rocker panel is shot, which is the main thing. I'm going to be replacing the cab corner too, just because it was put on wrong. Here's a good shot underneath here. Yeah, that's toast. Typical Ohio salt, That's salt on the roads, that's what happens. Now my dilemma, and what I'm trying to figure out what I want to do is, that floorboard isn't terrible, but in order to get in there to fix the cab support here, as you can see, this is rotten all the way back up into here. I mean, there's nothing right there, and that's supposed to be like a square piece on the bottom, it goes like so, and it's like a U-shaped piece more or less. And it's welded up to the floor along here, and it's also welded to this brace, as we've seen. I had to repair on the other side, and in fact I had to repair the other one, making wonder. This side does not seem as bad. It's probably loud here, but knock some of that shit loose. But so yeah, while the floor is solid, this cab support is not. So I gotta get in there and somehow replace that cab support. But I guess the question is, I'm going to have to cut a big hole in my floor just to fix the cab support, even though my floor is not, needing to repair all the way up there. So I guess I'm trying to figure out if there's a different way of doing it or not. I think today I'll put this video up later. Maybe you guys can kind of give me some. Anybody's ever done this? Is it possible to change that cab support without being a total pain in the ass, without cutting the floor open? I don't want to just scab pieces to the outside of it and everything. I know they make slip-on ones, but to me, my opinion on the slip-on ones, I would think it would hold shit in there and cause it to rust out again. So I don't want to go that route. So I'd rather cut the floor out if I have to and fix it right than do it half-ass and have to fix it again in a little while or have the truck not last so long. So yeah, so I'll be working on I think I'll probably work on the outer rocker, get the bulk of it off today, because that's got to get out of the way, of course. That's kind of where it all starts. Get in there, kind of check out what's going on there, and see how far I need to cut. Maybe I'll get that cab corner off today too. I think I'll get that out of the way anyway. So put this video up, maybe you guys can kind of tell me if you have a trick to replacing that. I mean, see there's a brace in here too. See that brace right in the upper right hand corner there? It's like a little flat piece of steel. Kind of stiffens it, and I know it's welded to that. And there's not going to be a whole hell of a lot of room. On the other side, I just took the whole brace out and I put a new one in because it was so rotten. So yeah, I guess that's where I'm at. So alright, be back later. Thanks. Alright, well, I've been doing some cleaning of a Bondo off of this thing. There wasn't as much on this side. Check this out. Yeah, I got it all kind of knocked off there. They rather than putting spot welds, and I put in just a weld right there at the corner. No spot weld through here anywhere that I can see anyway yet. Then instead of having a complete butt weld, they lap the panels over top of one another. So I mean, it's not like it's you can see there. Oops, you see there the big bump. Well, that's because that's the thickness of the panel sitting on top of the other one. The original one still probably mostly behind there, or maybe they cut it off. I don't know. Got little spots here, here, and here. Back here, evidently, their version of Clecos are these little rivets, which I didn't bother to cut out and fill back in or anything. And up here we have, what I'm thinking is probably a hole right here. See the Bondo? You see there's rot down here. Yeah, look. That is same as the other side. Look at that shit. This is the guy got this truck from. He said he took it to a body shop, paid them to fix it. Well, this is what happens, I guess, if you take it to a body shop that ain't worth a shit. That same body shop is the same one that supposedly went out of business and then push the truck outside and let it sit. It's also important to note, as soon as I get off the first skim layer here of Bondo, as I was going over this section, this right through here, as soon as I took off that primer, there's a crack all of a sudden, and that crack was because this had already started to get wick moisture through here and pop that Bondo back out. So yeah, so we'll cut all this out and put the other new pieces back in. Of course, I gotta get this off in order to get the rocker off and stuff, and I spent, well, I wasted an hour this morning trying to find my freaking spot weld cutter that I just got done talking about yesterday. I mean, I walked around all over the damn place, looked through things, picked up all my tools, blah 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 blah. Still can't find the damn thing, so I don't know where the hell it's at. So I figured I'll start working on the cab corner instead. It'll turn up. Ain't nobody been here, not like anybody's gonna take it or nothing. It's just that I put it someplace, and as you know, I'm not exactly tidy, so. Alright, maybe I'll take another shot of this once we get the cab corner off later. Alright, well, here we go. Look at this. They welded a nasty, crusty ass panel. There's the better shot of it. They welded that to what was a new cab corner. And when I say welded, I mean that very loosely, because they actually just globbed weld on right here. Not sure if that's picking that up or not. And then they tacked on the inside here the little holes you do see. Instead of being, you know, drills and hole through and spot weld it, they actually just put rivets in it. So here you can see they cut out part of the cab corner, which is more than I thought they would have, but did have a couple inches of overlap here and here. And as you can see, the whole bottom of the inner cab corner is gone. The rocker you try to mount it to down here, you know, it's gone. You know, and I know this guy was telling me, he goes, yeah, I took it to this body shop and they were supposed to fix it up. He was all sentimental about it, telling me about how, you know, he's met his wife with this truck and all this stuff, and I feel sorry for the guy. You know, he kind of got shafted. I mean, I don't know what he paid for the body work they did supposedly, but I'd be pissed, man. So yeah. Just goes to show you, if somebody's doing work on your car, you go check up on their asses. You tell them you want to see the car before they put any mud on it. And, I mean, at least do that. I mean, because once that mud's on there, it's kind of hard to see exactly what they did. And this, I think that one of those rivets are brass or something. I'm not sure if that's picking that up. Let's see, me and the cameras just don't get along. So, still can't find my spot welder, but I'm ready to cut all this sucker out here. Get that knocked out. And yeah, like I said earlier, if you guys have an idea how to replace that cab support without hacking apart my floor, which I mean I'll do if I have to, but I'd rather not cut into something that's good. Replace just what I have to, you know, because it'll always look better than my repair. So anyway, any ideas, let me know. Thanks, take care guys. I guess this will probably be the last of the day because my wife said something about doing something. So alright, later. Thanks. Let's see. Start cleaning up this corner here. Get ready to cut that off. I'm not going to go up too high. If you go up too high, then it kind of becomes a pain. Still can't find my spot weld cutter, but yeah, I refuse to do that by hand again. Only to turn up and find my spot weld cutter the next day. So I'm kind of ticked off myself right now. But anyway, I got to quit for the day. So have fun, guys. Real quick here. Take a half a can of one of these, like I said, half a can, quarter cup of this, and a cup of sugar. Mix it all together in 2-quart container, normal jug, and you have a really good old-fashioned lemonade, but lemonade my grandmother used to make. We used to have to bale hay. She always made this for everybody. Good stuff. Anyway, take care. Later. Hey guys, Sunday morning. Just a little quick garden update here. Some of the corn's getting ready, so that's kind of cool. I'm liking that. The beans, well, yeah, freaking beans are looking good. I said this before, I plant these in a wide row, so you can see I got 1 or 2 things. Well, actually, that's I believe part of this plant that's popping up out of here. When you plant them this way, what happens is they'll snuff out pretty much all your weeds, and they'll stay moist and keep all the moisture down within there. Works out pretty well. Here's my corn. This is a little later batch, but actually my last batch of corn. You see, somebody commented I didn't have any weeds, but I do got some weeds here and there. Need to get after it. Some buckwheat. I planted buckwheat here. I don't know if I think I mentioned this before. I was going to plant more corn, but it got late, so I put some buckwheat in here. The buckwheat helps with your soil. You basically you plant it, and then once it gets up so high and it starts getting the flowers on it, then you can till it under and plant it again. And all it's really doing is what's called a green manure, and helps build up your dirt. The potatoes, yeah, they're pretty much taking over this whole section. There's only 3 rows here. 1, 2, and 3. And the first row is red skin, and the second 2 are white. And most of the blossoms are done now. There's plants starting to sprawl out and kind of take over, I guess. So hopefully we'll have some good potatoes out of this batch. So, and of course, I'm sure see if I can zoom in over there without making everybody sick to their stomach while I'm shaking. That batch of corn, that's our freezer batch. It's going to be ready probably, I'm guessing 2 or 3 weeks after this batch, probably 2 weeks more. So yeah, that one we'll put all in the freezer for the most part. The rest of the stuff's for eating. Alright.